What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rich Flea, and these are 10 things that I learned at the age of 24. So look, I was thinking the other day, I wanted to share my testimony and the things that I've seen, I've learned, and I experienced at the age of 24. I'm now 25. My birthday was July 26th, so now I have to share my knowledge with those out there. You feel me? We're going to get right into this video. I ain't going to waste too much time. If y'all like these type of videos, make sure y'all smash the like button, comment down below, video ideas, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100 before the month ends. First thing first, lust. Lust expires. Lust is a distraction. I learned how lust drove me away from my goals and how it distracted me from fulfilling my purpose on this earth. Just the things that I experienced and what I even allowed myself to go through and the situations I put myself in, I'm just like, bro, you could have just not did that. You could have just controlled yourself. It's not even necessarily a regret thing, but it's just something that I learned from, and I just want to share with somebody out there. Like, if you're a young man and you're on your journey and you are grinding and you are trying to change your life, do not focus on girls. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. And I'm only saying that from experience. I personally feel like for me, focusing on girls, and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but even a relationship of trying to make one work at such a young age, and because I cared about the person, I loved the person, etc., it can definitely weigh you down. You know what I mean? I know I was talking about lust, but I'm tying this into relationships as well. Lusting about women, lusting about anything in life is going to slow you down, and you have to be able to control that if you want to get far in life. A man that can control his lust is a powerful man. A man that can control his lust is much more powerful than a man with money. And I just believe that because, yeah, you could have all the money in the world, but your lust could be out of this world. And, if you read your word, we're not even supposed to be lusting, I'm sure we're all victims of lust. Lust isn't just, it's more than that. But that was definitely one of my biggest problems from the age 21 to 25 for sure. With the knowledge that I have, if I can go back in time, with the knowledge I have, I would not put myself in a lot of situations. Just you get that that urge to call it girl, or you want to just all the different things that I'm just thinking about. I'm like, bro, you could have been working, you could have been doing this, you could have been doing that. You feel me? It's like, how did that help you get better? Tell me that. Tell me how any type of situation of lust helped you get better in life. Please let me know in the comments, and we can have a full-on discussion. It won't. Don't chase lust. Number 2, your word is bond. I think this is something that has stuck with me just from my experiences of relationships, friendships, work. Just this applies to all aspects of life. Your word and what you say to people is bond. What you tell people is what they're going to keep against you. So if you tell a person, hey, I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to make sure this happens at this time, or I'm going to make sure I get this back to you around this time, whatever the case may be. If you do that and you don't deliver, people are going to be like, oh, well, I can't take his word because the last time he told me he was going to do something for me, he didn't deliver it when I expected it. And now I can't work with him no more. So now I got to find somebody else. I experienced that. You know what I mean? I went through that. I feel like I went through a lot of over promising people, and I think it's also mixed with a little bit of like people pleasing. You're trying to tell somebody, hey, I can do this for you, so they're happy, but are you realistically going to get it done in that specific time frame? You got to kind of consider your life and the things that you have going on in your life. Like, how can I make sure that both parties are happy? Because I'm working on something, whatever the case may be. If I don't get it done in a timely manner, I'm gonna be upset with myself because now I'm rushing. Now I'm stressed. Now I'm trying to just put anything together last minute. Now it's rush work. You know what I mean? So even with relationships, your partner, your friends, your word is bond. And you just want to be a man of your word, or a woman of your word. Whoever's watching this video, make sure that you just keep your word. Make sure that you say you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but don't be one of them people that just throw out those promises for people and you can't come through. You feel me? Number 3, put yourself out there. Close mouths don't get fed. I think I learned this definitely earlier on, but it really stuck with me like at 24. The amount of times and opportunities that I've just put myself out there and just did it because I was uncomfortable, it's gotten me much more farther than when I'm comfortable and don't want to do things. You don't know who can get you into that door. You don't know who you're talking to. You don't know a lot of things, and you just have to take those risks in life. Calculated risks are good. Uncalculated risks are good as well. You know what I mean? And I've always been an outgoing person. I've always been a person to like not be like too shy to talk or put myself out there. But last year, I really felt like I started developing that trait like really well, and just like putting myself out there. Like, I ain't got nothing to lose. The worst somebody can say is what? No. You feel me? So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You don't know what that could do for your life. You don't know if that person knows this person and knows that person. You know what I mean? So I would just say, you're not going to get fed. People don't know what you need if you don't tell them what you need. You understand? If you're just thinking, oh, well, maybe they're just going to assume that this is the service I need, or maybe they're going to, I'm going to assume that they know what I'm looking to get, whatever the case may be. Nobody knows your needs. We have to speak. We have to use our words. We have to be adults and talk and communicate. It's very important. It will get you very farther than not communicating and not talking to people. Do it. Number 4. This really should have been number 1, but there's not like no certain way. Y'all should know God is always first. But number 4 is God is the only way. Last year was like the beginning of like my walk with God, and I realized how much you need to depend on God for every single thing. There's not one thing on this earth that will make you feel as good as God will. You understand? And He has to be the root of everything, of all your problems, of all your everything. If He's not, if you leave Him out in certain places of your life, those certain places in your life will be rocky. Not saying that life's going to be perfect, but you will notice a difference. And I've noticed that from experience. I got God in this one part of my life, but I don't have Him in this part of my life. I don't want to have Him in the bad part of my life, but I want to have Him in the good part of my life. How you going to do that? God should be in all parts of your life. Let Him fix you whole. I feel like early on when I was starting to walk with God, I'm like, I got to be perfect to do these things and to do all of that. No, start now. God does the cleaning up. Let God do the cleaning up on you. Let Him work in you, and you will see wonders. You know what I mean? I'm going to make a whole different video about my testimony with God. But that's just one of the things that I learned at 24 is lean on God. Do not lean on the things of this world. They will not get you nowhere. Okay? Number 5. You have to live through hard times in life. And I solely believe this because people think that life is just going to be like this easy thing, or the way that it's going to go is their way. And no, that's not the way. I feel like once you accept that life will be hard, that's when life becomes easier. Once you accept that life will always be hard and have its ups and downs, your life will be much more easier and you'll be much more happier. I say this because why do we feel entitled to think that life is supposed to go the way that we want it to go? That's not how it works. You have to know that there's going to be ups seasons, there's going to be down seasons. That is just the way life goes. If life was always perfect, you would not know a lot of things about yourself. You would be an ignorant person. You wouldn't dive deep into yourself. Some of us really wouldn't know God if we were just always up all the time. We would know Him, but we wouldn't have a relationship with Him. And I feel like being down helped me with that for sure. So embrace the hard times, embrace the tough moments, embrace it. That's what makes your story. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you one-on-one. Don't shy away from the bad. Because, I don't want to call it bad, but hard times, they're always going to be there. What do you do in those hard times? You lean on God. Once you do that, man, you'll just be able to be content with life. It will help you be content with life. Trust me, there's somebody out there that's trying to blow up, doing YouTube, music, whatever the case may be. Even outside of that field, all fields in life, your time will come. If you are doing the work, if you're putting in the hours, if you are doing everything you possibly need to do, your time will come. You can't stress your time. We want things on our time. We have to let things be on God's time. Remember that. Number 6, relationships matter. Invest in them or let them go. If there are relationships in life that are slowing you down, holding you back in some shape or form, draining you, pulling you away from your purpose, you need to reconsider that relationship. I'm not just saying, oh, the one time your relationship is just not going the way it's supposed to go, just blow it up. No. But if it's a thing that's happening over a certain period of time and you are just constantly noticing like, yo, this relationship is not necessarily helping me, it might be time for some change, right? You got to reconsider that. You got to look at all your relationships in your life that are, important to you. I mean, every relationship should be important, but you'll have people that, that relationship may not be that invested into, and that's fine. But the relationships that matter to you, invest into them. And if it don't matter to you, if it's not helping you, let it go. And I say to invest into them because you have to invest into relationships with people that you love and you care about. It's very important, and I learned that because I've had like a certain situation with friends of mine, and we fell out, or and we kind of had to figure out a way how to work our way back. And I think that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Like, for me to like, kind of fall out with somebody, but for us to fix it and navigate through the relationship and figure out how we can rekindle, you know what I mean? And be able to still be friends after that, you know what I mean? So I think that one situation in my life made me look at my relationships around myself totally different. You're not going to be able to make everybody happy. That's not my point. I definitely experienced a lot of people pleasing in my life and just wanting to make everybody happy, and you can't, because you're not going to make yourself happy doing that. So, 1, make yourself happy. 2, be around people that make you feel good. Not even that make you feel good, but that want to see you do good, that want to push you. Because being around people that make you feel good ain't always good for you. So, figure out that circle of people that are actually beneficial to your life, that are actually going to help you move forward in life. And if they're not, you need to let them go. Or if they're not, you need to limit your access to them, or you need to limit their access to you. You get what I'm saying? Number 7, it's okay to start over. It's okay to start from zero, start from scratch, start fresh. That's what life's about. You don't have to hold on to something and feel like, if I don't do it this way, it's not going to work. It's cool to rebrand. It's cool to start that channel over. It's cool to start whatever it is, that book over. Oh, dang, college, I want to go a different route and get a different degree. You know what I mean? Like, pray on things, but it's okay to start over. People feel like if they don't do things in a certain manner, or if they're not where they're supposed to be, or they feel like, dang, I used to do that one thing, but I don't do it no more. It's too late for me. Bro, if you don't start over and get back to it, I just kind of use what I do to relate to other people. So YouTube, for example. I started YouTube in 2018. I started over probably like 3-4 times. But this channel that I'm currently on was made this summer, but right before the summer. And I just told myself, yo, like, you were like destined to be like, not even famous or anything like that, but just to speak to people and spread knowledge and to speak life into people. Like, why would you not use your talent that God gifted you to be on camera and to talk and make people laugh and those things of that nature? I just had that realization of like, bro, it's cool. It's cool to start over. Just do it. Stop waiting on everybody to tell you that you need to do this and do that. Stop waiting on the right moment when you feel like you're ready. You're never going to be 100% ready. And waiting to get 100% ready, you're going to just slow yourself down. Get in that lab and get to cooking. Number 8, what you do now determines where you'll be in the future. What you do now will determine where you'll be in the future. What is it that you're doing that's either helping or stopping you from getting to where you need to go? Analyze that. Analyze all the areas in your life. What habits, what distractions, what friendships, etc. are stopping you from getting where you need to go? What are you doing with your time? I think that's very important, is you need to maximize your time. I'm not telling you to go be crazy and to not talk to people and burn all your relationships just to get to where you want to go. Absolutely not. But how are you spending your time? Whatever your craft is, whatever it is you're passionate about, whatever it is that you want to do for your life, how much time are you giving into that? Really sit there and think about. Because you're upset that you're not where you need to be, or you're upset because this didn't happen. But really look back at, how much time did I spend on that one thing? Was I being efficient with it? Sit there and be real with yourself. Do I even deserve this right now? You think I deserved to blow up when I was inconsistent with YouTube? Heck no. No, I deserved not to. I deserved to go through these trials and tribulations with YouTube and music until I became a consistent brand. So really look at the areas of your life, what you're doing with your time, how you're using your time, and how you're wasting your time. What you're wasting your time with, cut it out. Lock in. Number 9, travel more. I've always been a person that loved to travel, go places, take spontaneous trips, all of that. Definitely last year, just realizing I love traveling. I got to travel to a lot of places last year, just a lot of different cities, you know what I mean? And it was just such a fun experience because I think we get so caught up in living in our world and where we're currently at, thinking this is it. You know, some people don't get to see outside of their city. Some people don't get to go to an airport and go to different places in the world. I'm very, very blessed for that opportunity, and just to even have the money to go do things like that. Like, that's a blessing, man. Save your money, take your trip, go somewhere, get away. You need to travel outside of your city. If it's a road trip, if it's a flight to a different state, different country, whatever your cup of tea is, do it. That job don't care about you that much. Take that PTO, okay? But don't abuse it. And go live your life. Go look at the world. There's so many things in this world that we'll never get to experience and see because, you know, sometimes we won't get to go to every country or every city, but go create an experience, a story somewhere else outside of your city. You know what I mean? And number 10, I think this one is very, very, very important because I'm very, very heavy on this topic. This means a lot to me as a person, as a human being, as not even just Rich Flea, but Rashad, like who I actually truly am. It means a lot to me. Keep the family close. I've always felt like it was my duty and my task to keep, you know, my family close. And maybe not everybody, but, you know, at least like my immediate family and certain individuals or whatever the case may be. But just being that seed planter of trying to keep the family close, I've always felt that task. And like, yo, I got to be the generational curse for my family. Like, they depended on me, you know, and not like they're literally looking at me to get them, you know, to the next step in life. But like, it's just my calling. I feel like to, you know, take care of people around me and, you know, be able to put them in better positions, be able to retire my mom, be able to retire my dad, take care of my sisters and my brother. Like, that means a lot to me. And of course, you know, certain family members, you're not going to be able to help everybody. That's not what I'm saying. You'll go broke trying to help everybody. So there's going to be family members that are going to come out the woodworks like, oh, I remember what da-da-da. Listen, I know the ones that was around and that really cared and supported and wanted to see me win. They're going to be good for sure. You got to keep the family close. Family is everything. I'm a family-oriented person. Like, I really believe in family and family over everything. You know what I mean? And your friends can be family. Those that are very, very close to you and those that you've had a long relationship with, like, that can be family. Keep them close. You know what I mean? You won't have your family forever. You won't have your grandmother forever. You won't have your grandfather forever. You won't have that uncle or aunt forever. So pick up that phone, make that call, and just check in on people. You know, that's something I'm realizing that I want to be better at, is checking in with my family members. You know, specifically the older family members. You know what I mean? Because you just never know with life. So that would be my advice. Those are 10 things that I learned at 24, and I wanted to share that with the world and with that person out there that's just navigating through life. I hope that you learned something from this. I hope that you appreciated this video, and I hope that you liked this video. So make sure you smash the like button. Comment down below what other videos or topics you want me to talk about. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100 subscribers this month, y'all. Really, let's go for 500. Can I get to 500 in 20 days, y'all? Can I get to 500 followers by the end of this month? But my real goal is 100 subscribers by the end of the month. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. As always, keep God first. Peace.